she was selling me off for $1,000.
For $1,000?
Yep.
To who?
Her friend guys. I was by my stepfather, and I thought I had a child by him.
You thought you had a child by him? What do you mean?
Well, I had a child by him.
You did have a child by him?
Yeah.
Is the child still living?
Yes.
So you had a child with your stepdad? And this is what you're talking about when you say you told your mom. And when you told her, what did she say? What's up, YouTube? Marcus IRL, my new channel, a behind-the-scenes peek into my life as a dad, a content creator, and a man. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, because I'm going to be going live, and you never know what you might see. So go subscribe now, Marcus IRL. Now, back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm doing fine.
All right, all right. Beautiful night out here, right?
Right.
All right. You caught me coming from the lounge, okay? But, you know, something in my spirit told me to pull over and do this interview. So how you doing tonight?
I'm gonna make it with God's grace.
Okay. Are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 45.
45. And so how long have you been homeless?
Almost 5 years.
5 years? What was to happen 5 years ago that caused you to become homeless?
Family.
Well, what do you mean?
Jealousy, envy, hatred.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll be honest. Anytime I hear that stuff, I kind of get red flags because what it screams is maybe a lack of self-accountability.
No, I'm on my job.
Okay, so we're going to explore that. We're going to explore it. So, 5 years. So, do you have any kids?
I have two.
Two? How old?
10 and 1 June 22nd.
Wow. So you have a almost 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. June baby. Shout out to the June babies. Okay, okay, okay. And so that's a nice little spread. Same dad or different dads?
Different.
Okay. And so, all right. So, and as far as it goes, who do the kids live with? Like, where do they live right now?
They're in Mississippi.
Okay, so they live with, and are they like in the system or they live with family?
Family.
Okay, okay, okay. Alrighty. And so, have you ever been married?
No.
No? Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So, before we start from the beginning, so okay. You're saying what happened 5 years ago that caused you to become homeless? What was it that actually happened?
Me finding myself for who I really am, and
okay, let's start with the
out.
logistics. Like, one day you had a roof over your head, the next day you didn't.
Well, it's like all my life, it's like my family, they did me wrong. I used to get a check. They used to take my money, spend it on other things besides me.
Okay, so what age did you start getting the check at?
I was like, I think I was like about 7.
7?
Uh-huh.
And
all the way up to I was 21.
Okay, what made you stop getting the check at 21?
I couldn't find nobody that I could put my check in because they were stealing my money. So I just,
You're right. You couldn't put the check like
in
as your payee, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay. What was you getting a check for? What was the diagnosis?
bronchitis, ADHD, and seizures.
Okay, okay. Okay, so let's talk about it. So let's just start from the beginning. So where you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
You from New Orleans?
Yeah.
I don't hear no accent. Where that New Orleans accent at?
Shit, I done been in Mississippi so long.
Okay. So what age did you get to Mississippi?
It was like back and forth as a child. Like my mom and my dad, they was like feuding and shit. So I was like back and forth. But when I got like 16, that's when I just started staying in Mississippi.
Okay. So, okay, I get that. But so, okay, born in New Orleans. Sounds like back and forth from Mississippi. So shout out New Orleans, and definitely shout out that SIP all day. Yes, sir. All right, and so growing up, I guess, between both, would you say you had a fairly normal childhood?
No.
Tell me about it.
getting passed around all my life to different people. I'm thinking my family members, but not. So.
What do you mean?
I was getting passed around. Different people coming in my life that I'm thinking that's my family, but they wasn't.
What were they?
The enemy. Because they didn't do me no good.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. So, I guess what's screaming at me right now is, right, like, has anything ever happened to you when you was younger or anything like that?
Yeah, I was molested. I was sold off.
You were sold?
Yeah.
At what age?
Like 10 and up till I started having sense for myself. Like, nah.
What age was that you started having sense for yourself?
Shit, when I was about 12.
Okay, so what was going on during those 2 years?
My so-called supposed to be mom, she was really a man. It's complicated.
No. Explain.
Well, it was a man in a woman's body, basically, and she was selling me off for $1,000.
For $1,000?
Yep.
To who?
Her friend guys.
And what would they be doing with you?
Fondling me. Just things they shouldn't have been doing.
Well, I imagine they would be having sex.
At some point, yeah, it happened.
This is serious? Like, this is what was happening when you was 10 years old?
Yep.
I don't mean to make light of it, but that's horrendous.
I know.
Okay. What would this look like? Like, she would just, how'd you know it was $1,000?
I found out later on.
And so she would, I guess,
Drop me off at don't come back for days.
for days?
For days.
Tell me, what would these days look like? Like, tell me the real deal. Like
Damn.
don't hold anything back.
Where's my mom? Well, like, damn. Do she acknowledge she got kids?
Okay. Oof. Had anything happened to you before that, or was that like the first time sexual stuff had happened to you?
No, because I was also molested by my aunt.
By your aunt?
Yep.
When did that happen?
I was about 5 or 6.
Was that like a one-time thing, or was it ongoing?
It was ongoing.
Did you like ever tell anybody about it or anything like that?
Yes, I told my grandmother, and she didn't believe it.
When you
Because
told
the
her, what did she say?
It was a whole bunch of ruckus, and it was
Like a big deal or wwhatever?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what ended up happening? Like, so nobody believed you, or some people believed you, but more people believed her?
Mom believed me. And her and her sister got into it, and we had to move out because we were staying with my grandmother.
Why you say supposed to be mom?
Because I said it was a man in a woman's body. Supposed to be.
So what do you mean by that when you say a man in a woman's body?
A trans.
So was she born a woman or was she born a man?
She was born a damn man.
Your mom? Well, who birthed you then?
I really don't know who my parents are.
Okay. Is your mom still living?
No.
How old were you when she passed?
She passed away in 2013.
2013, about 12 years ago. Okay. And you're saying that she was a biological male?
Yeah.
Or she just acted like a male?
No,
Which one
it was a male.
So then why do you say she was your mom?
Because that's what I seen her as a woman.
And you say she was selling you off?
Yeah.
Did anything ever happen after that? Like any trauma or anything like that?
Yeah.
What else happened?
Emotionally scarred. I just been through a lot.
I mean, that is a lot. Did that happen in Mississippi or in New Orleans?
That happened in New Orleans.
Ooh. Did you ever tell anybody?
Yes.
And what was their reaction?
They didn't give a damn.
Who did you tell?
I told my mom. I told my grandmother.
You say you told your mom, but you say your mom was the one selling you.
I know that. So, who else I'm gonna tell?
Well, I mean, okay. I don't really understand that. You said that your mom was the one selling you. What do you mean?
I've been through more than that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what else are we talking about? Go ahead and unload it.
I was by my stepfather, and I thought I had a child by him.
You thought you had a child by him? What do you mean?
Well, I had a child by him.
You did have a child by him?
Yeah.
Is the child still living?
Yes.
So you had a child with your stepdad? And this is what you're talking about when you say you told your mom. And when you told her, what did she say?
It wasn't really nothing. It was nonchalant.
What age did you birth this child? What age were you?
12 going on 13.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Nobody asked questions about who the dad was?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm really sorry to hear about that. How long had he been your stepdad?
For years.
When did he start to get sexual with you or whatever?
When I was 5.
5? So he had been sexual with you?
No, he was fondling with me.
Well, when did he first penetrate you?
I was 12.
Man. Was that your first time being penetrated?
Yeah.
Did he convince you to do it, or did he force himself, or how did that go down? I'm sorry if this is a painful memory. I guess I'm just curious as to how this stuff happens, because it seems to happen so much in our community.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm assuming he was living there, right?
Yeah.
How did it happen that first time?
Because she was never at home.
Did he force himself on you, or did he
Yeah.
promise to give you some money or some stuff?
He forced himself on me.
What did you think was happening?
I'm 12. Come on now.
Okay. Because you said at that point she was selling you to guys.
Yeah. So, okay. I thought it was okay. What else? I'm 12 years old.
Oof. What happened to that baby?
Gone.
What do you mean?
It's gone.
Well, you said you birthed the baby though, right?
Yeah, but I took it.
You say you took it?
They took it. My people took it.
And so is he still living?
I don't know.
Wow. You don't know at all?
No.
Are you curious?
No.
Are you sure you're not curious a little bit?
No.
Why do you think you're not curious about that?
Because that's something I'm trying to forget.
I guess so, yeah. I guess the way it came about.
Yeah. That's not something I want to remember.
I'm sorry to re-trigger you in this way. I guess I didn't expect to hear all this. Like I say, I'm coming from the lounge, and I guess you just had a lot to talk about. Because how do we find ourselves in this situation right now? Like, you know, like, in other words, does your family know that you're homeless?
I have no contact with them.
Well, for instance, if they would happen to come across this video on YouTube, would they be shocked, or would they be like, you know, wanting to come in? Well, would they be like wanting to come and pull up to Atlanta and come and get you?
Yeah, they would be trying to get in touch with me because they know it's going to be feedback on it of why I'm doing it.
Why are you doing
it? Why I'm on YouTube.
Oh, well. Okay. Because 5 years is a long time, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing to try to get ourselves out of this situation?
Right now, I'm waiting on my Social Security card so I can get my apartment. So, yeah. I'm on it.
And why again did you stop getting the checks or whatever? Because you said you had nobody to...
Yeah.
Huh, so you can't get that for yourself, though, to where you can just receive your checks?
After I stopped getting it, I just said fuck it because I started working. So.
Okay. And so are you working right now?
No, I'm waiting on my Social Security card.
Okay. I understand how that stuff goes when you're outside. It gets stolen and different things happen to it. Has there been like any drugs or anything like that? Is that any of that a part of
weed.
it?
No.
Well, besides weed and alcohol, like any hard drugs?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What would you say like is the number one reason that's been keeping you, you know, in this state of homelessness for the last 5 years?
My family.
What is it about your family that's keeping you homeless?
They try to keep my important papers like my birth certificate and shit like that.
They like keep it from you?
Yeah.
I've actually seen a lot of that out here. I don't know why that is. You would think that even if
people want to be other people.
What do you mean?
They want their identity.
Oh, so they want to use your identity is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I would be remiss if I didn't ask. You know, you got the boobies out, you got the whole outfit. Are you like, you know, soliciting stuff like that? Is that
No.
Okay? Well, you know, listen, it's the streets, so I gotta ask.
What I want to wear.
No, I ain't mad at it. Listen. I'm not trying to say anything like that. Right? Or
I've been hot all day.
You say what? I mean, I just, you know,
I'm doing the Lord's work. That's all I'm saying.
You say you're doing the Lord's work. Wait, what's the Lord's work?
Getting rid of this shit in our street.
What is?
The wide mouth, the foot draggers.
Oh Lord, I ain't heard foot draggers in a minute. Okay, I ain't mad at that. All right. Well, look, huh?
And the pest.
I ain't mad at it. All right. Well, listen. On that note, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Cash App.
What's your Cash App?
lowercase OWENSLEYONIA. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you, and we definitely wish you nothing but the best, okay?
All right.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right.